just personally, how hard was this for you to sort of wrap your mind around?
Yeah, it's always tough. I think the relationships you build with your teammates and they become lifelong friends. And, Andy was a tremendous person to be around every day, and to form a relationship with him, it's been special. And so, yeah, it's always tough. It's always tough whenever you lose a teammate, and obviously one that's close to you. And, it's part of the business, and that's the sour side of it.
What was he like in the huddle? Did you feel like you were always in good hands when sort of he was under center or ready to take the snap?
Yeah, I think everyone understood the amount of preparation he put into his game and the professionalism he had about his craft. So, everyone felt, he was in control, and that we were going to be in the best position to make the plays and to win the games with him under center. And, unfortunately, his time came to an end, as it all of our times will. So, yeah, it's obviously tough.
I think it's more tough too, as well, for the Cincinnati community, because of what an example he was in sort of giving back, and his foundation and sort of everything he's done away from the football field. I'm sure you guys had conversations about that, but give us a glimpse into why that was so important for him.
Yeah, I think he really understands the platform he has as an NFL quarterback and as a professional athlete, and he's trying to maximize that platform. And it goes way beyond the field. Obviously, you got to take care of business on the field, but being a family man and a guy that's giving back to the community so much just speaks a lot to his character and what him and his wife are trying to do as a family. And that's one thing I always took from Andy, is he never let football become bigger than his family, and family always came first to him, and it was always his priority, even though we were busy with whatever our schedules are, and obviously the foundation too. So they're always selfless people thinking about others. And I think Cincinnati is definitely going to miss what the Andy and JJ Foundation have done, and just what Andy and JJ have done personally.
Have you had a chance to reach out to him today?
We've been talking all off season and stuff like that. I've reached out to him today just because I'm sure he's been bombarded with stuff, but I plan on reaching out to him either tonight or tomorrow, and just make sure he's all right. And he's going to land somewhere that's going to be a spot for him to compete as a quarterback, and put himself in position to continue to play for a long time.
You mentioned that sort of this comes for everybody at some point in time. That being said, how do you feel sort of what do you feel about the direction of this team after the draft? How do you feel sort of this team is kind of shaping up moving forward? Yeah,
we're obviously having a lot of turnover this year. But when you don't win games and you don't have the success you want, things got to be done to fix that. And, and it starts with, getting new players, coaches. Obviously got new coaches last year, but obviously you're getting a lot of players, and there's a lot of turnover every year. But this year, it seems like there's a little bit more with the direction they're trying to go. And, I think it's just a matter of trusting management, trusting the coaches to find the guys that are going to come in and, help us win games and help us take the next step as a team to ultimately win a championship.
Did you watch the draft? Are you a fan of the picks, of what, your new teammates? Have you had a chance to reach out to any of them, or sort of how did that draft weekend go for you?
Yeah, it was actually nice to be able to watch something live on TV. So that was cool. I thought they did a good job running the draft. But yeah, I think the Bengals and, what we did as an organization, adding the right tool, the right people, and the right skill set, I think, they're going to help us come in, and obviously we're going to compete, and we're all going to get better. And, I think they're going to help us win a lot of games this year.
I know your off-season program started this week on Monday. Was it just a gigantic Zoom call with all the vets, or how did that go?
Yeah, so we'd start out with team meetings. The first 5-10 minutes of the Zoom was a team meeting, and then we would everyone would leave that meeting and go to the special teams meetings, whatever where we're at. And then after the special teams meeting, we'd all jump in and do the wide receiver meetings. So it's been different, obviously, as we're all adjusting to this new world we're living in right now. But it's it's given us a chance to still be able to watch film. You know, the coaches will put the film up on their screens, and we'll share the screen, so we'll be able to watch what, you know, we'll all watch the same stuff and interact. And you know, I think it's still a way to get all the classroom stuff done. Obviously, it's up to you to get out and work out and do the field work and stuff, but it's allowing us to learn and install the way we'd be installing if we were in OTAs phase 1.
You know, as an athlete, as an NFL wide receiver, a lot of people are wondering if this season is going to start on time. When do you think things would have to be back in place for you for things to start on time? How much time would you need?
Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I don't think we need that much time. Obviously, you know, with the quarterbacks and the wide receivers, you know, the timing of that, you know, it's going to take. Obviously, that takes a little bit of time, but I don't think we need that much time. I think if we come in and you know, have a training camp, you know, a couple weeks or whatever, and we can hit the ground running as fast as we can. I don't know the exact timeline of when we'd have to get back and all that, but from a physical standpoint, I think, you know, a lot of us are pretty serious about our craft, and we will be in shape, so that won't be an issue. And it's a matter of just clicking as an offense and special teams and defense, and make sure that, you know, we're all on the same page schematically and everyone knows what they're doing. I think is the biggest challenge without having the reps in OTAs, and depending on what training camp is, not having some of those reps. So, you know, it's going to be an adjustment, but we got to be ready to pivot and be ready to execute.
When was the last fall that you didn't play football?
Probably 4th grade. So it's been a long time. You know, every August, you know, end of July, early August, you kind of get that feeling in your bones that it's time to go and summer's over and it's time to get back to work. And so hopefully we can still have that this year with training camp starting on time, but we'll see. Obviously, everyone's health and people's safety is number one thing right now.